there, gamers all around. Welcome, welcome. Here we are playing Niche again. I'm just gonna let the opening scenes play, and then I'll talk during the tutorial. There's Adam's family. Look like tigers. Uh-oh. It's a little birdie. He got sharp claws. Oh, you got him. He's going away. Oh no. My brothers and sisters are there. So's my mom. We're gonna take that. Get your claws hurt now. It's not the friendly type of birdie. And there he is. Just sitting there all alone. In the swamp. Looks like a swamp. Anyways. Sounds like there's danger too. There's a tutorial. Of course, I've played this game before several times actually. So here I am. I'm just looking. I just see zoom with the mouse wheel or R and F to zoom. I personally like the keyboard's controls better. Just cause, you know, that I like it. I realized I've been playing this game wrong, so now I'm gonna try to change. Not try to change, but I found out what I did wrong, and that was the home island immunity gene. I needed that to be passed on to Adam's family, and there came a time and point when nobody had the home island gene. So that's a big major thing that I need to get, you know, I need that home island gene. And then this is just the tutorial is just telling you like, hey, what does these do? What does this button do? What do these mean? Of course, I've already played this game several times before, as you guys already have told, or you guys already could have tell, because like I have so many videos of this that I'm starting over yet again, because I realized I done goofed, and you know here I am. I'm just like, okay, so I gotta start over. I know it can be annoying sometimes. It's like, oh, you're playing Niche again? Really? Sorry, not sorry. I like this game. If you have a problem with it, you can go... I don't know. Alright, so I cut out the loading screen. That's all I did. Editing 101! So here I am. I'm using my senses now to find another tribe member, or another, you know, creature I could invite into my tribe member. Her name is Adam, or I'm playing Adam. Her name is Eve. So, you know, even Adam, you know, about the story of Eve and Adam. Anyway, so, no history lessons. Just, you know, me, I'm going into mutations already, because I already know how to play the game. Like, just starting over. I'm taking a look at the genes, making sure there's healthy genes, good genes in there, and then I see the short-sighted eyesight, so I'm like, okay, I probably should put in normal eyes in there. And there's that home island immunity gene that I need to get passed on. So I made Adam an alpha because he has the home island immunity gene, and I picked up a random trait. I think it was just a random trait, just because I like the stripes. So I just picked that, and then I like Eve's mask, and then I noticed that she had a blind eye, so I needed to put in eyes in her mutations. You know, so none of her young ones, none of her offspring, pass on the blind gene from her inactive traits. So I realized that was a bad thing. Realized that she had a swimming tail and a peacock tail, so I thought, hey, that might be useful. So, you know, to invite others into the tribe. Here I am trying to do things better. I take notes. I write down the names. Like, here's how I play the game. You can't see it. And I'm not going to show you unless I had, like, some sort of webcam or something. But I take like gaming notes sometimes with certain games. If I feel like I'm having too much trouble with a certain game, then I will start taking notes. And I've noticed I've had constant issues with this game. Not in like not issues playing it, issues solving, you know, that because this to me is like a puzzle piece. It's a puzzle piece game. It's a survival, yes, but it's strategic. You gotta use your, you gotta use your playing sense. And I like this guy, this little character. He kind of makes me think of, a tiger. I mean, a spiky tiger. So I called him Tiger because he reminds me of a tiger because of mostly because of his coat color. So I called him Tiger because he made me think of a tiger. And like a very spiky tiger, like porcupine mix tiger. And I thought that was very cool. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna call him Tiger because I like that name. So here I am, I'm just following along with the tutorials just because the tutorials is there now, and then I see that Tiger, he has the blind eyes and his inactive traits, and he has a shortened eyesight, so those mutations weren't very helpful after all. But then I did notice that later he did have a home island immunity gene. So I immediately made him an alpha because he had that home island immunity gene. The reason why I'm making sub-creatures, alphas is that way it would help myself. I'm learning how to play it my style, like my way. Like I make a character in the game alpha, so that way I would know, okay, this character has a home island immunity gene, so I need to have this alpha male, alpha female mate with somebody who's not an alpha, so that way they could pass on their genes of the home island immunity gene. So that's why I make some of these characters alphas, is to help myself. Not only that, but I also take notes. I write down the name, Tiger. Then I put down the immunity gene. A and star, so that way I can remind myself, okay, that's their immunity genes. So I'd be like, okay, so I gotta mate with somebody who doesn't have either a star or an A as their immunity gene, so that way, it's it's a different immunity genes, so it's less likely chance that the offspring would be born with like star or AA, because if they're born with the same immunity genes, like I said before in my other videos, they end up sick. So you don't want that. So here I am. Hold on. Alright, I made it to the other island. This video might be a little longer than usual. Because I want to make the most progress in this game. Another issue I have that I've noticed with this game is making progress in this game. I've noticed that I keep forgetting who has mutations, who don't, who has the immunity gene and who doesn't. And like there's a permanent nest there, so I don't bother making a nest. I mean, I don't have nesting materials anyways. But like I've noticed that I have this issue with not only playing the game the way that it's supposed to be played with passing on the immunity gene, home island immunity gene, but I've had issues with making progress with the game. And sometimes, like, I've noticed some things. Like, I've experimented a little in the game, and I found out, hey, if I die, I start over with two, like almost like in sandbox mode, with like an island that's somewhat close to the island that you died on? Question mark. And I say question mark. I like the name Anor because I thought that described her very well, and I liked it. So I liked her color, and I was taking a look at her coat design, and taking a look at, you know, her trait a little bit more. Anyways, I'm not sure, like, how true that is. That's why I say question mark. I say question mark because, like, I'm not sure. And, like, I want to say, yes, the game is trying to help you progress, but I've had several times when I died and I didn't return back to the same island that I died on. And, like, I think that the game resets every time that I like, go extinct. So I don't want to say, oh, this is right, quote me on this, or this is wrong, quote me on this. Don't quote me on anything that I say. Do as I do, not as I say. Because although I may feel like I know what I'm talking about, and I may like I do things because I know what I'm doing. Like for Anor and Tiger, I made them both alphas because I looked into their immunity genes and noticed that they both have the home island immunity gene. Oh, and I saw this guy, and he just made me think of like Spike or Spiky, so I decided to call him Spiky because there was spines. But anyways, you know, like I've you know been having constant like lots of issues in the game with surviving, staying alive, keeping my tribe mates well, keeping them not from being sick, you know, and finding new tribe members. So here I am trying to take notes, here I am trying to help myself out. And I do things like make some characters alphas and keep other characters not alphas, for reasons, so that way I could like help myself. I do that to help myself, knowing like, okay, this character has a home island immunity gene, I need to have this character mate with somebody who doesn't have the home island gene. I do stuff like that for reasons. I mean, I've heard other gamers say, hey, it's okay to mate two alphas together, or in my case, alphas. It's okay to mate two characters who both have the home island immunity gene, and they praise it, saying, yes, because their offspring, if they have double home island immunity gene, that's 100% chance that they could pass on that home island immunity gene, which is something that you need to be able to go on to Adam's home island. And I'm like, okay, cool. Problem being is then they have a shorter lifespan because they're sick. You know, that's why I don't do that. I mean, I know why they do it. It just risky for me. Risky for me and my tribe members. And I don't want to take risks unless they're worth it. And Tisana, I think that's how you pronounce her name, Tisana. But I liked her fur coat, and this is me taking a look again. I take a look at everybody, I think. All the newborns. So just bear with me. I may feel like or seem like I know what I'm talking about whenever I do something like, okay, make Tiger alpha because he has the home island immunity gene to help myself out. And knowing, okay, this character needs to mate with somebody to pass on this gene. But, like, there's other things that, like, I'm not so sure about. Like, when I die and then does it become sandbox mode or story mode? Like, I've been told different things. And then here I am, I see another creature. So, I come up and I invite her into the tribe. She has a digging paw, which will help. And then I look into her genes and I notice she has the B immunity gene and the C immunity gene. So that wouldn't be very helpful for some of my creatures because some of my creatures do have the B immunity gene, but I can have her mate with somebody who doesn't have the B immunity gene. That's what I'm looking for now. I'm making sure that, you know, she doesn't share an immunity gene with somebody that has a home island immunity gene that I can have a mate with. So Simi, she ends up being Tiger's mate, because, you know, Tiger has a home island immunity gene, and Simna, I mean, you know, Tiger doesn't have the B immunity gene, so I put in mutations for Simma. You know, I noticed she needs eyes in her genes, sure sight and eyesight, and then in her gene she also has a hemophobia gene. But I don't have enough generations to have the normal blood clotting genes. That's why I just put in the normal paw, like the runner's leg, runner's paw. Because I also noticed she had a default, like a no paw gene. She had a defected paw gene. She couldn't collect food. She can dig, which is very useful, very helpful, but she can't collect food from like a berry bush. She can't like crack open acorns. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna try to help her out. Put in, like, you know, the runner's leg, runner's paw gene, and put in, you know, the normal eyes. So, you know, I'm trying to help myself out. And I saw this guy. I decided to name him Spike, because he makes me think of a porcupine. You know, he spikes all over, and I find it kind of fitting, because he has a brother, and his brother's name is Spiky because he has spikes, and then now I have Spine. So I got Spiky and Spine. You know, so I thought that was very fitting. Very, I guess you could say poetic, because, you know, I'm a writer myself, so I like writing. Here I am, I'm just writing down the names and the genes. I can skip this, like, you guys don't need to see this. Alright, so here I am. I'm just I'm having Semi go to the permanent nest, that way she can, you know, mate with Tiger. I had her dig, because she had the digging paw, and I didn't know that there was a root there that she could dig up. So I had the mates, and then I had the young brothers, Spine and Spiky. Since they're not alphas, I had them go venture off into the small island and try to find any other tribe members I could invite into our tribe, basically, into our group. So here I am, I'm, you know, looking around. I have Dasana go out there too. She clears out a nest. There's Spine. Spine is a little too young to go venturing out with his older brother Spiky. So, you know, has to be nurtured by Eve right now. But that's okay. It's mother and son, you know, they get together. So, you know, here I am. You know, I just skip the day any time now. There we go. Okay, so I remembered, you know, that I had to go while playing it, so that's alright. I just skipped it. So, okay, so here I am. I'm having Spiky look around. I see lots of bunnies, lots of food, and then I see a berry bush over there. But I don't see anybody that could potentially join our tribe yet. And then I just have, oh, Anna, I'm just gonna call her Anna for short. It's too many A's in the middle of her name. I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Ana, but I don't quote on me on that. And then I tried making her an alpha in the family tree, but menu, but it didn't work. So I just had to do it above her profile. So there's Anna. I found her very appealing. I mean, she doesn't have a pattern on her coat, but I thought that was very cute. Like, she's just red, like blood red, and then spikes with like the venomous fangs. That's what I was trying to. That's the word I was thinking of, or trying to come up with. And I thought that was very adorable. Okay, now I'm starting to move. I'm scared, because here I am editing, and I'm thinking, oh no, did the recording stop? Did it freeze or something? So I'm very worried, very concerned. I hope nothing froze, because then I'd have to re-record this whole thing, and I've been ranting to myself for no apparent reason. Okay, that didn't freeze. It scared me. I think I took another bathroom break or something. Alright, so this Spine, he's leaving the nest to go join his older brother Spiky. Then there's Tasana finding a berry bush. So, I have Adam collect some berries and mate with Eve again. I have Adam and Eve mate a lot, and then I have Semi and Tiger mate a lot. So yeah, and then I have Spiky out there. He's looking for new potential members for the tribe. I see a peaceful bear. I still don't know what the peaceful bear, like, what good it does. Like, I understand that, like, you can give him, like, nesting materials, but I don't know what that does for me in return. Maybe I have to experiment and play this game for, like, on my own and find out for myself. But, like, I don't know what the peaceful bear does. Like, he doesn't protect us. He doesn't, like, I don't know what he does. Like, does he keep us from being at war with other tribe members? That's kind of silly the way I put it. Anyways, so I have Semi and Tiger mate again. And then I have Tiger collect some berries. And then Nora already cracked a knuckle, and then cracked an acorn. Ugh, knuckles are different from acorns. Ugh, what did I think? What did I say? Knuckles. I understand that cracking acorns and cracking knuckles make the same sound, but really? I'm sorry, guys. I was trying to be funny. So I moved Tiger over on the other side of Semi, and then I noticed that there's 2 berry bushes over there, so I'm like, oh yay, I get to collect more food for later. And I must be using the bathroom again or something. Yeah, it's another break or something. Don't know. Sorry about that, guys. That was a shorter break. So I wouldn't worry about that too much. So here I am, I'm looking at the genes, making sure that everything's good. Then I realized that I was a dummy with Tiger, because he has the short-sighted eyesight in his active genes, and the blind eyes in his inactive trait. And I didn't put in, normal eyes for his genes, mutation genes, and I just felt like a dummy. But anyway, so here I am with Spiky. I'm trying to look around, see if there's anybody out here that, could potentially join us. I don't see anybody, but, I'm still looking. Probably should wait right by that berry bush, and then, because tribe members, they tend to, I mean, depends on their traits. They all have different traits, different abilities. Doesn't matter if you're waiting by a rabbit, or, like a gopher, like berry bush, or a coconut tree. Like, it doesn't matter what you're by, as long as it's not a berryina. or a bird, like some creatures will come to you because they are looking for food too. So sometimes you'll come across wanderers, other wanderers, through collecting food. So Anna, she's a alpha because I noticed she had the trait I was looking for to pass on. And here I am collecting food, you know, and I realized my tribe members are getting a little large. Lordon, I renamed him to Luke because I'm just thinking to myself, why call him Lordon if, you know, just gonna use, why don't you just call him Luke if you're just gonna call him Lordon, you know, and that's my logical thinking, so that's why I rename him Luke. And then, I noticed that he's not an alpha, he does not have the home island immunity gene, but, you know, he doesn't have same immunity island or immunity genes either. So, you know, I just click out of it. Then I notice, you know, Tiger has passed on his blind immunity gene to his son Luke. So, you know, hopefully I did put in some like mutations that would help me, and I wasn't a dummy. Sometimes I don't realize that I need a mutation, like a certain mutation, and then I don't realize it till it's too late. So now I have Semi and Tiger mate again. They're having some problems with fertility, but you know, they're still doing their best. So, and this guy, he makes me think of a lion, and I wanted to name him after a Disney character, but I didn't want to get in trouble with copyright, so I call him Simbus instead of Simba, because he really reminded me of Simba, more of Simba. So I called him Simbus instead of Simba because I didn't want there to be copyright, and I wanted it to be more creative, so that's why I called him Simbus. And I also wrote down his immunity genes, you know, so that way I would help myself out and be like, okay, so don't mate this guy with, you know, this guy, because they share the same immunity genes. And also, you know, I mean, the tutorial did warn me about, hey, don't incest. So I try not to incest, unless if I can help it, you know. I try not to do that. It's weird if you do it in real life. It's sometimes, you know, they do it in real life, you know. I mean, it just depends on the situation. So I found a mole and groundhog, and I basically, you know, had more food. And here I am, just looking for more creatures to invite into our tribe. And here I am looking for roots for Anna to dig up, because she has a digging paw. And runner's leg. So, you know, she can collect berries, she can dig up roots. I do apologize, guys. I must be getting tired. I mean, I did have a late night last night, but it wasn't playing video games. Wasn't playing niche. But anyway, so here I am, you know, looking, and then I find another stag mole, another groundhog I can collect, or, you know, have kill for food. So then I have Luke come over and collect the food before somebody else takes it, because I've had playthroughs of when I didn't have enough food to invite somebody else into my tribe, but when I did kill something like a rabbit or something like that, the other creature that's not in my tribe member, but I easily could invite into my tribe member if I had the food items. Like, I had 0 food, but then I had 10 tribe members, and then there's this other stray wanderer female that decides, you know what, I'm gonna take the rabbit that you killed And then I don't have food for my tribe members because somebody decided they were going to take my food. So that wasn't very appealing to me. So here I am, I have Simbus move out of the nest, of mother's nest, and then I think I had Adam and Eve mate one more time. Or maybe that was it. I think that may have been it. Yeah, that was it, because I realized that Adam and Eve is down to their last couple days on their lives. So here I am, I'm looking at the traits, and then I look at her genes, his genes. It's a boy. And I see that, you know, he has lots of spots on him, and he has gills. So he can breathe underwater, he can go swimming. So then I call him Spotty because of I first call him Spotty Fish, but then I'm like, it's a mouthful. So then I back it up and then I just call him Spotty. So I call this guy Spotty because, you know, he makes me think of the Target mascot. Like the dog with the little spot in his eye. So that's why I called him that, you know. I mean, he's not a dog, but he just makes me think of Spotty. So I call him Spotty because of his spots. So, you know, I think that's the last time I probably mate. And I say probably because I'm not so sure. I think I mate one more time and I get another creature that has gills. And there's a Barrina that snuck up on us in the grass, in the tall grass, and then I have all the creatures that I know that has a spiky body go over and attack the Barrina. Because I know if the Barrina attacks any creature with, you know, or anything really, not just Barrina, but like if anything attacks any creature, here I am hiding Luke and hiding Prinodon in the tall grass because I don't want the Barrina to see them and find them and kill them because they're only kids in the game. So here I am trying to protect them, and you know, so here I am. I collect food, take them off. Anyways, so yeah, I attack a rabbit and attempt to, you know, have more food. I don't think I kill it just yet. But I did poison him. You know, he has venom and running in him. I have Eve back on the nest, but I don't have her mate with Adam before she passes away. And then I have Semi and Tiger mate one more time. And I have my porcupine, so you know, the Spiky, Spine, and Anna, I have them defend the tribe. Spiky got hit. So yeah, any creature that attacks a creature in your tribe member that has a spiky body will get hurt when interacting with that creature because they have spikes. They can defend themselves. They can protect themselves, their body. So, you know, I like that sort of defense. So that's why when I hit the Barrina, it only took him one hit on the second day before he was out. So here I have Simbus, I have Spotty. I think I had Spotty go into the water because he has gills, and I thought, hey, why don't I go ahead and unlock some mutations, because I don't have many mutations. I need to unlock them through the game. And here I am looking north to make sure that there's not any other, like, island ports. There's not any, so I go to the right to try to progress through the game and, you know, get to more difficult islands. And then I see that there's No-No. There's a No-No. There's a creature. There's like a little boy called No-No. And I thought that was very amusing to me. He's the red fur. His name is No, and he has gills. And I just thought, No. That was a very fun name, very entertaining name. So I just thought that was bravo. Like, I applaud you. You know. So here I am. It's raining. You know, and I leave Spiky behind. I mean, not only is he not an alpha, but he's hurt. And the reason why I didn't have Spike or Spine heal Spiky is because they both have like the spiky body. Then I saw another wanderer, so I decided to invite him into the tribe. I took a look at his genes though, and I realized that he's sick. And he doesn't have a lot of fertility, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to invite him into the tribe anyways, because there's no food left on the bush. He probably collected them all. And then I had Anora or somebody mate with Durkidoo. Anora and Durkidoo. I had them mate because Anora, she's an alpha, so I decided to have them mate so they can possibly, pass on genes of the home island immunity gene. Here I am looking at the mutations now to see if there's anything that I need to put into the mutations, and I don't see anything right away that needs to be put in besides normal eyes and maybe a higher fertility, but I don't have that right now because I haven't survived for 50 days or more. So, this is only day 23, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and put in the antenna because I thought that was going to be helpful. I like that trait anyways, and I made sure Nora, I made sure she had healthy traits, and she did, besides that short-sight and eyesight, which is why I put in the normal eyesight in her mutations. And then I had Anora mate with Durkidoo. Took him a couple times, but I got it. And then, oh shoot, I didn't attack that rabbit. Oh, okay, the rabbit's back. And then I had Simba attack the rabbit and then collect meat. Okay, so it's not that bad because the rabbit did come back. And then I had No go out of the nest because he's old enough. Oh, I had Tiger and Simba mate again. Maybe that's the last time I had them mate, because I am starting, my numbers are going up, so I should be very careful, very selective of who I choose, of my numbers, and I need to reserve enough food for everybody. So here I am, I'm trying to unlock some genes or mutations to unlock, and immediately as I stepped into the water, poor Spotty got a leech on him, so I had him get out of the water, so that way Tasana can take the leech off, and I have a system, whereas if I have spiky body creatures, I keep them away. I try to keep them away from the water as much as I possibly can, because I don't want them to end up getting leeches. So I had Anora go to the permanent nest, and then I moved Durkidoo. I don't know how to pronounce his name, Durkidoo. I'm just gonna call him Durkidoo. I moved Durkidoo away from the tribe members so I didn't want anybody else getting sick. And I had No go into the water. I mean, he can breathe underwater. He has gills. So, I'm trying to, have Spiky collect food and do as little as he possibly can, to help, my tribe members out. And then I noticed that Simbus is fully grown. As I move Anna onto the ports, I moved Simbus onto the ports. I moved Spine onto the ports. Luke, I think, stays here. I think Luke and Spiky stay there. Spiky's almost gone anyways, compared with Spine. Spine has his whole life still. It's Spiky. You know, he took the sacrifice to protect, you know, the tribe members. Very noble thing. It's noble yet sad. And then Lenzim. I'm gonna call him Lenny. I'm gonna call her Lenny for short. I don't know how to pronounce that. Lenzami, maybe. Noticed that she had the immunity gene, so I made her an alpha. I skipped a day. I think I have Lenny go onto the ports. I have Simbus and yeah, I have Simbus attack the creature, collect some food. I have Spine go onto the ports. I have Spotty go onto the ports after he swims for a bit. And then I have Tasana just collect food. I have Durkee collect some grass, remove some grass, and then I have Prinodon do the same thing. And then Anora, she collects food. Selly. She's not an alpha, but she definitely has that K trait. So I was thinking to myself, hey, she's BK, so I could probably mate with her, somebody who is an alpha, who doesn't have the B immunity gene, so that way somebody could, you know, pass on sometime. One of her babies would have the K and Home Island immunity gene, so that would be like a new combination, it would be a new trait. And I realized that Spiky missed his opportunity, his chance to get more food with that rabbit that was right there. And then there's a rabbit right next to Spine. And then I think I had him kill and collect him. There we go. And then I have Anna collect some more food. And then I skipped the day again. Any time now? Yeah, I skipped the day again, and then I you know, it's raining, and then I have Spotty go out over to the sea. There's another leech, so then I had him attack the leech, but apparently there's another leech on some other side that I didn't see that latched himself onto poor Spotty. So I had Spotty go towards the surface again, but not in time, you know, to, you know, have more energy points. So, you know, I just wait there underwater, but I'm not too concerned about that because Spotty, he has gills, so I'm not too worried about him. And there's Spine, Anna, and like with like ports like this, I always have like a rule of thumb that I follow, and that's the fact that, like, hey, any creature that has a spiky body that's on ports, I try to keep them in the middle. So that way they're not next to the water, so that way leeches won't find their way to the poor spiky bodies, you know, creatures. Cause, like, whenever any creature interacts with the spiky body, it doesn't matter if they are friend or foe. If they interact with the spiky body, they will get hurt. So I didn't want to like risk the chance of, oh, now I have to hurt one of my own creatures just to remove this leech on poor Spine, you know, just as an example. So that's why I try to keep the spiky bodies in the center of the travel ports. And then any creature that doesn't have the spiky body, I usually have them be on the outside. Like outside of you know, the ports. So here I have Spotty. And then I have him being beaten by poor Perianas. Or they're not called that, but they are this game's versions of Perion, or like piranhas in real life. Piranhas. Piranhas isn't a thing. So here I am removing grass, trying to collect food, and trying to keep hyenas from spawning in the area, because hyenas, they like grasslands and savannas, so I try to keep that area there. No, I did bring Luke along. Okay. Then I have Lenny go onto the ports. I have Sally get onto the ports with her mother, Anna Nora, and then I have Anna collect food. No stays behind. And this is the end of the video. I'm wrapping up here, and I travel to the next island. The next island will be in the next video, next episode. Trying something new, trying something different here. Playing this game again. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed your day and your week. Over and out.
I tried to give away all I had. My mind was full of my mistakes. I've been too fragile through my life, and I'm missing you so bad. Don't know if I should call you back. You know it's getting dark inside my head. I feel there's something that is stopping me now.